All right, let's get into it. Grab your phone. No, seriously, look at it right now. You've got what? 5,000 photos on there? Maybe more, right? You can see them instantly, share them instantly, delete them instantly. It's nothing to us now. But think about this. Just 30 years ago, you had to take this little roll of film to a store and then wait a whole week just to find out your eyes were closed in every single shot. Man. Welcome to Crash Business Labs. I'm Crash, and yeah, class is in session. Today's specimen, oh, it's a good one. We're putting a ghost on the operating table. We're dissecting a giant that literally committed suicide because it was afraid of its own genius. We're talking about Kodak. All right, let's get into the guts of this thing. Because, listen, this isn't just some boring business story. This is a warning. So here's the kicker. The very first digital camera. It was invented way, way back in 1975. By who? A Kodak engineer. You heard me right. Kodak literally forged the weapon that would one day execute it. And let me tell you, this is what genius looks like when it's born. It was ugly. It was clunky, about the size of a toaster. And it took these grainy little black and white photos. It was totally imperfect, but man, it was the future. So the engineer, a guy named Steve Sasson, he takes this toaster camera to the big bosses at Kodak, and he's basically screaming, hey, look, the future has no film. And what do? You think they gave him a promotion? Threw him a parade? Nope. They told him to hide it, literally bury the thing. And that one decision, that single moment of pure gutless fear, well, it snowballed into one of the biggest, most catastrophic mistakes in the history of modern business, period. You know, it was just this long, slow suicide. In '75, they literally gave birth to the future. Then, all through the '80s, they just smothered it in its crib to protect their old business model. And by 2012, it was game over. Bankruptcy. So you gotta ask, why? Why on earth would a company do this to itself? Well, it's pretty simple when you break it down. See, Kodak didn't really sell cameras. They sold the razors and the blades. All their real cash came from selling the film, the special paper, the developing chemicals. They were completely addicted to the profits of yesterday. They got so greedy for the past that they actually declared war on the future, their own future. And the price tag for that kind of fear? We're talking over $100 billion in lost value. By the time they finally woke up and realized they couldn't stop this digital wave, other companies like Sony and Canon had already come in and eaten their lunch. All right, let that sink in. We've dissected the specimen. And let's be crystal clear. Kodak didn't go broke because they were stupid. They went broke because they were scared. Now, let's bring this into the lab, because this whole story, it isn't really about them. It's about you. Yeah, you. Most of you listening to me right now are pulling the exact same move Kodak did. You are hiding your own digital camera. I want you to really look at this. You see Kodak's film and chemicals, the thing they were protecting at all costs? Well, that's your comfortable 9-to-5 that you're too scared to risk. You see their obsession with perfect prints? That's you clinging to some old identity, terrified to try something new and look like a fool. And their fear of digital? Come on, that is your fear of being a total beginner again. You've got a new talent, some crazy business idea, a dream. But what are you doing? You're keeping it locked up, hidden, because it might mess up your comfortable little life. You refuse to start that project or learn that skill because you're absolutely terrified of sucking at it for a while. And that idea you have, you know, the one that looks like a clunky toaster right now, that ugly, small thing, you're ignoring it because it's not perfect yet? Let's call it what it is. You are pulling a Kodak. So what's the fix? How do we stop this? All right, lab rats, listen up. Class is back in session. Here is your daily protocol to stop the suicide of your own potential. It's 3 simple steps. Step 1. I call it the toaster test. I want you to start one ugly idea today. A rough sketch, one bad paragraph, a single phone call. No filters, no overthinking, just start. Step 2, kill your own product. You have to intentionally bankrupt one old habit that is holding you back. Trust me, if you don't kill it, the world will do it for you, and it's gonna hurt a lot more. And step 3, the snapshot moment. And yes, I mean this literally. Get your phone out and take a picture of yourself right now. Okay, now look at that photo. Really look at yourself in the eyes and ask the hard question. Am I evolving, or am I turning into a vintage relic? Am I developing, or am I just fading away? The lab is closed. You know, Kodak's biggest mistake was trying to keep the future locked away in a dark room. Don't you dare make the same mistake with your life. Get out there and expose yourself to the light.
If you like the video, hit like, share, and subscribe.